Hey, everybody.
Hi, I was just gonna say something about that. It
Whoops.
was hate at first sight, pretty
Hate
much.
at first sight because
Yeah.
they just saw each other. They just
They're-
started.
They saw each other and they were like electrified, ready, initiating attack protocols. No, you go down first. No,
That's crazy.
me King Kong.
That's not King. King Kong is a monkey. What do you?
Dad, this is the King Kondo guy, and this is supposed to be Defender X.
Well, why don't I mean since he's already a monkey, why don't you have him be the monkey and he should be Defender X?
They were Switch.
Okay,
You are dumb.
that's pretty crazy. So hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Super thrilled. We've got a new setup. It's awesome.
It's a new table. We built it.
That's right. We just built this table today.
I did some of the
Routing. Yep, you did some of the round over on the edges. You helped get all of the screws in up top. Yeah, major help. So we went. I've been thinking about building a new table just so we had a little more space up here for playing Monsterpocalypse and other stuff, and realized I had plenty of lumber.
This is also better for D&D. I started a campaign with my cousins.
Yeah, that's true. That is super awesome.
Once they complete the first part, if they want to, I'll throw them on another adventure.
That is crazy. So go ahead and say something else again really quick.
Pie?
Okay, you're not talking really directly into your microphone.
Testing.
That's better. So the other thing, you can see it. You can see these white pipes here. We built an overhead camera gantry. So now we have the camera shining straight down, so you can see all of the goodness of the board overhead view. And we built a new streaming computer so it can actually handle everything. So
it looks cool right now. It is currently green, blue, purple.
Oh yeah, it's got all sorts of colorful LEDs.
Pink, red, yellow, green.
So basically, what we're saying is we have invested in streaming for 2021. It is a priority.
It's invested.
It's a commitment.
Priority number 1.
We're excited.
And sorry that we weren't here last night.
Yeah, Gearbox notes properly that the LEDs, the RGB colors, and it makes the computer go faster. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, it doesn't really. It's just
yeah,
it's just a silly thing people say. No, it was kind of fun to build it because I was like, it's just for streaming. I don't need like a fancy video card or anything. And the last time I built a computer, pretty much every CPU had a GPU built in, so you could just plug into the motherboard HDMI out and you'd get a picture, whatever. And I thought that would work here. No, it didn't. So I get this whole thing built and it won't turn on because there's no video card. So I had to go order one of those. But long story short, we're here. We're excited.
And there's a problem.
What problem?
The ice has turned evil.
Wait, the ice has turned. We've had a lot of snow here. Are you saying that the snow
has finally frozen over? It's finally -7 degrees.
Okay.
In an area.
And so White Dajan has showed up.
White Dajan has showed up and he's like, winter shall spread everywhere. The apocalypse is beginning.
Whew, apocalypse is beginning. That is crazy.
And I shall open up portals to other dimensions and let in snow. All
right, so we're gonna play Megaton Mashup today. So
I hope you could find that out, figure that out from what I was saying.
Yeah, so White Dajan is gonna be our villain. I think he'll be an exciting villain, in part because he has rules like beatback, and so that's going to make his melee attacks a little more threatening than they would otherwise be.
And it's maximum destruction.
Right.
So he's not going to set us up for a throw like a normal person would do.
Right.
And he may not even throw us after that. Then he's going to be like, run away! And then like I'd be like, yeah, this guy's definitely not a player at all.
So
Steady is also interesting villain ability.
Yeah. So basically, I think he's going to be an interesting villain, And the other fun part about Megaton.
Is the extra health.
That's not what I was going to say. I mean, that's part of it. What I was going to say, the other interesting part from a list building perspective is you can bring units that don't necessarily see a lot of competitive play because they're not as tuned perhaps as some other models, but still some really cool models. So, for example, I could bring my Martian Vanguards, which
And
I think look really cool, but they rely a lot on their shooting ability. And the reason why you can bring them is because um, there's no such thing as screening to start with in Megaton Mashup. You
that
can't
guy,
screen your monster.
he just goes like, trample, trample. Now you are mine.
Right, because if he ends his movement on a model, they're just toast. And,
Except for monsters. He
or you're right, on a
cannot
unit.
walk over monsters
Right.
and trample them to death.
But he can trample units, no problem. And when he attacks certain buildings, he just destroys all the units that are adjacent to the building. So there's no triggers that you get to think about there. And there's a few other things where units may have some special abilities, but the villain in Megaton Mashup essentially ignores them. So it gives you a little more ability to bring stuff that maybe you wouldn't otherwise. But it also means that you don't care about the defense on your units.
Yeah, defense doesn't matter anymore.
Right, because he's just going to hit it.
And the exo armors aren't really as good anymore, you know?
Right, and so units.
They just suddenly went like.
Units that emphasize their combat prowess, so like their ability to take other units off the board, that doesn't really matter because there's no units to take off the board. And
That means that the reclamation center isn't that good.
right,
Oh, no, it is good for the power dice.
well, yeah, except that in this game you don't have to bring. You'd never bring an elite unit, so you'd be taking one white to
Two
get a
cost
red.
well,
Yeah.
it's
So anyway, long story short, you get to do different things when you're playing Megaton Mashup than you otherwise would. In large part because you get to emphasize a lot on very fast, low def units that maybe have some interesting tech. Like Scorchers can still light the rubble under a villain on fire. Squicks still take away a boost dice. Not that matters nearly as much with the number of dice that villains get. Pretty disgusting. So we're gonna play. We have to play with reduced dice because that's part of Megaton Mashup, and we also each bring 10 units.
villains here. I'll put them right there.
Excellent.
And I'll just tell you stats and you tell me what to do with them. It's been a while.
What do you mean it's been a while?
I kind of forgot some of the rules. I kind of maybe forgot some of the rules.
Wait, you forgot rules? What rules?
Like what stats on the card matter.
I mean, they all matter, but you're mostly looking for fast things or things that do interesting things. For example, the saucer and the power pod still absolutely makes sense because each player benefits from all of the units that are on the board. So having that power generation for the power pod is still excellent. The saucer's ability to put that down, sort of ignoring spawn points, is still good. So I'm trying to look and see here. I've got 2 Scorchers, 3 Squicks. That's 5 and 6. So I have 1 too many. I will put back 1 Vanguard.
Too many.
That's okay. I got 10.
Okay.
So what are you gonna bring? What are your 10
I
units?
give bonuses to faction units.
Well, actually, more what it is that you do super damage whenever you are attacking adjacent to a faction unit.
Yep. So I'm gonna definitely bring my Raptor guys.
Okay.
Because those guys will now become 7 speed with Stampede. And they can just like run up to the big guy, you know?
All right. Now, the one thing I guess I do want to check really quick, the propaganda walkers, comes with Colo block. I think they only give rerolls to units.
The Berserker also just got worse, right?
What do you mean?
The Berserker, the Draken Berserker is worse.
Yeah, an
Pretty
allied
much.
unit. Yeah, Berserkers are all about taking units off the board, so they don't
Extra
play
armors
strong.
and Berserkers are pretty much gone. I don't think I should. Should I bring any repair trucks?
So repair trucks are good because we can get our buildings back.
But, well, I guess he does do some building destruction.
He does. I mean, well, he can throw us into things, and so even
I'll
just
bring repair trucks.
okay.
But I'm not going to invest in the extinguishing guys.
Now, see, if I were big brain, what I would probably think to do is bring a whole bunch of Toxos and potentially have the opportunity to throw him into Toxos, but I already got out 10 guys, and I don't want to have to do more.
That just, you can move things around.
I'm lazy, though.
Oh,
So, Gearbox, it's been a little while. How have you been? Did you have a good Christmas?
How many viewers do we have? Do you know?
1 million. We have 1 million viewers.
1 million? Okay, I don't know if I should trust him. You know what? Anyone who's viewing, please give us a follow.
Ooh, I like that. He had a great Christmas.
Great Christmas.
I can understand. I mean, burnout is real with anything and everything in your life.
Wait, what does he mean burned out? Should I take Sails?
Yeah, Sails let you move people a little more, and they give you telekinesis for bumping, but they also have that toxic thing, so we can maybe throw...
Okay. So, what does he mean by burned out of Monpot?
So what do you think burnout means?
Like, got tired of or removed?
Yeah, got tired of. So burnout is usually if you're doing something so much for so long that you can lose sort of the joy that you had in what you were doing. And so it's really just, part of self-care is to sort of paying attention to what is bringing you joy. And if something stops bringing you joy, take a break.
Should I bring a Brontox? Because he can, spawn in other guys while he's on a point.
No, I don't think the Brontox is... Well, actually, no, he's a faction unit, so definitely bring him.
What about the Pterodax with his toe?
Yeah, that can be good too.
Both?
Yeah.
Disruption.
Yeah, I had a couple really good years in a row of doing a ton of painting. Lots and lots of models getting painted, and at some point it's kind of started to feel like a chore. So I stopped for a while, and I'm working my way back in, and it's feeling a lot more fun. So painting up a lot of Riot Gear models. So that's pretty exciting. Now Gearbox does know that the Brontox costs 2. So he might prefer just the Pterodax and the Bellowers. Now Bellowers
Bellowers?
Yeah, Bellowers are going to be a great choice because they have disruption, right? So they're going to take away his blue dice. Ames notes that it's always hard for her to justify the double costs. And that's true. I think the Brontox, if you could get him up... Although, that's a good point, though, because we're also playing with reduced dice, right? We only have 6 dice.
Yeah, I just remembered that. So 2 guys, I could probably just kick them out.
Yeah, well, the Pterodax, though, is the Pterodax cost 2?
Is 1.
1? Yeah, so I just would take out the Brontox.
The Brontox are outside,
I don't know. Maybe not the Sight Eel. Maybe keep everything cost 1.
So, remove...
Favor spamming the board. Yeah, let's take the Sight Eel out. We haven't actually found the Sight Eel in the bag yet, so that's okay.
Ugh.
We spent all this time making this table, we forgot to make lists. C'est la vie. Alright, so what do you need? What do you got?
Alright, I need to decide the amount of guys. Should I remove the strike fighters?
No, you can keep the strike fighters, I think.
Okay, may keep a few of them. Because I'm pretty sure the Raptix guys are also 7 for you. 7 speed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because table judge if we have one. Do you think we have one?
What do you mean? What do you want to know? Just, you haven't even asked
If
your question.
Stampede would count for both of us.
What do you mean?
Like, would you also get the effects on Stampede if you spawn these guys?
No, I don't think I would benefit from Stampede. You would benefit because it's the rule on your monster's card.
Okay,
We already figured that out for.
Okay, so they would be 6 for you.
But Raptix Benjamin are still probably preferable over Strike Fighters because, would be preferable over Strike Fighters because they can trigger your Feeding Frenzy, and you won't trigger that on the Strike Fighters. So
I was just bringing them for the extra guys, just in case for you.
right, and I guess all I was saying is just I wouldn't even bring Strike Fighters. I would only bring Raptix.
Okay.
For that fast unit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think his point though, Gearbox, what he was asking about is, in Megaton Mashup, I can spawn his units on my turn, and he can spawn my units on his turn. So
you could end up with a situation like this where I'm giving a buff to my faction units, and Dad could spawn them in, and
right.
Does the buff still count?
Yeah. So I wouldn't be able to trigger Stampede on my turn if I'm moving the Raptix because that's not my monster that has that rule. But
okay, I need to decide how many of these. All right, 1 Pterodax. He should be in a red thing.
I thought I already got him. Oh, did I not? Oh, he's right here. Okay. Oof. Getting a little tight in there. Okay, so there's a Pterodax. I assume you're bringing Max Bellowers.
Well, I was also going to bring Max Raptix.
That's fine. That's 4 each. So what else do you need?
I'd get 1 repair truck.
Okay, I think 1 repair truck is probably fine. Much more than that might be getting a little crazy. These are all, I don't know, did you paint these during our stay in paintcation that we did last March?
That was apes. That was apes. I painted these guys a while ago. One of the first guys that you... Oh, I didn't even grab... Wait, what? I put the Pterodax on the Bellower card.
That's crazy.
Why would it be crazy? How is it crazy?
How did I go past all the Raptix? That's what I want to know.
They could just... The foam things may just be messed up. So that
here's a repair truck.
The Raptix are all in a row.
So, it is still hard for me to believe that we are coming up on a year, essentially, of all of the events getting canceled due to COVID. I just had a memory pop up on my OneDrive photo roll today from a War Machine Steamroller event that we had hosted last year on today. And it's hard to believe that it has been a year since I have played War Machine. Not because I don't want to play War Machine. Well, that's not true. I did play War Machine with my wife at some point during the pandemic. But the problem with playing War Machine against my wife is on turn 2, she assassinates my caster. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter what I play. Turn 2, she assassinates my caster.
And that's why you always say, always aim at mom.
Exactly. All right, let's get this board set up. Where do we want the industrial center? Where do we want the power plant?
Do we want to play power plant?
Yeah.
Because we could bring a construction yard.
No, I think having a power plant is going to be good.
Power plant as opposed to constructing those things?
No, because we share the buildings we secure. Right? So if we're both securing our full back lines, essentially that's like 8 buildings that we both get to benefit from. So I think we can basically just pick
Ow.
whatever sounds
Do we
best.
want to have the Bastion Lander?
See, I was thinking about that for moving units. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense since each time one of us takes a unit turn.
We could do this, guys. Sorry, I had to yawn.
I was gonna bring the
Half yawn.
Harbinger shard, but I don't think that actually makes sense.
Can I have the Mount Terra over here?
Right, you're gonna want Mount Terra so you can get that secured.
And it also makes sense because Terracon's over here and they have this beloved building. I'm gonna check something. You have armor. No, he does not have armor.
Nope. All right, Cathedral. That's critical in Megaton Mashup.
I'll keep it.
I
like the Cathedral.
Let's see. There's a construction yard. A few SSIs.
I'll let you determine the points there, or should I? Or can I?
I think we could probably just have them. I wish we had one more, but yeah, that's probably good. We'll probably bust out some assets.
That is a whole bunch of spaces.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. So,
where should the Indust go?
okay, first off, you probably want to have your Mount Terra and your Cathedral on these 2 spaces because that's 3 units for a double secure. That one over there is nothing. And then you've got a double secure over there.
Should I have these 2 as double secure?
Yep.
Okay.
And then you can treat your other one as kind of a whatever point. So I'm going to try to get a Martian base because that'll give me cheaper unit spawns.
ISR?
Let's get those right there. That's a lot of power production focus. Yep, so we'll put the Imperial State Building right here.
What would we need to be switching?
Double spawn. You never know. Maybe there's a couple of buildings where like, ooh, we really want this or we really want that. It'll let us put some spare industrial complexes out on the board.
Just in case?
Yep, just in case. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that makes a lot of sense to put out. Anybody from chat have any ideas for us of other stuff that we could...
We need here, and then Dad's backline area.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff right here we could potentially benefit from, but I think let's just fill the rest of it up with apartments.
Do you all agree with that?
Let's just do it. Let's just toss them in, and if anybody jumps in, we can always change our mind because we're flexible. So.
I will get the apartment.
Yeah, we got a guard defense base right here. So yeah, so we definitely got the rerolls. We've got the Cathedral to let us chain monster turns longer.
Reroll was critical last time.
Yeah.
Because I got to keep on going.
Well, not the reroll. You mean the Cathedral for?
Yeah, I thought I said.
No, you said reroll. It's fine. It's fine. It looks like it's right next to me, so you might think I'm being lazy by not getting up and getting it. But I've got about a metric ton of stuff between me and even that box of apartment buildings. We've got, we got an industrial plant over there. We got another one right here. We've got the construction yard for being able to rebuild or swap buildings. We've got the Mars base for getting to recycle red power dice.
Dad, when are you going to do the grass and roads on the rest of these apartments?
Probably never.
Never?
Probably never.
So just those 2 awesome ones?
Yeah. It was a lot of work to do it on just those 2. And honestly, with the bird's eye view that we have, I don't even think you can really tell which one has the flock and the roads painted on it compared to just the green spray paint.
I like the looking on them.
No, I mean, like, I understand it. It looks nice, but...
Main Street.
Okay. All right, that looks pretty good. Now we just need dice. I see one batch of dice over there.
I see
Did
one.
you put the other batch of dice away? Oh, you got the 2 right there?
Yeah.
Sweet. Sweet.
Wah, ha ha.
All right, so we only get
we have the industrial complex and the power plant.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yep.
got both.
So we only get 6 action dice. But we retained full boost and power dice capacity. Thank goodness. We're going to need it.
I can secure in my turn both of the double buildings.
Okay.
For my, you know.
Oh, and then the last thing we need is the Megaton Mashup cards over there.
Behold, the villain's actions. The villain's world.
All right, let's roll to see who gets to go first. I'm going to roll.
Wait, we need extra help.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that, though.
You have a
Ooh,
5?
man, you know what? I'll tell you what. Can you give me that bag of white dice over there? These clear dice are cool, but I think for the stream it's going to be a lot better if I
Okay.
switch
Those
to
are
white
your
dice.
that you really enjoy using, so
Oh no, I love these dice. Don't get me wrong. Made by someone super awesome, but you just can't see them. Yeah, I'm just gonna switch to keep the. Thank you. Gonna put that over there.
That the villain's actions fall in your hands.
Yes, they do.
Ye may do as ye wish.
I may do as I wish. Okay, here we go. Here's the actual roll. 4.
You lost one. Uh-oh. Steady. They look
Woo!
They look awesome in person, I'm sure. Not so reliable.
Legible. Yeah, they're really not legible in the
Who
stream.
made those dice for you?
Those were made by a friend, but I don't know if that friend wants me telling people who made them, so I'm not going to. Yeah.
One.
All right, so I'm going first.
And you get the first player marker, which will be the blue tape roll.
Oh, yeah. So this tape roll right here. Boom. Look at that.
First player marker. / the ultimate inventor.
Okay, so here's the other big question.
Where do we place our guys?
Where's the mouse? Why can't I see
the mouse is right next to the dice counter.
Hey, Christy, what is going on?
Hey!
Okay, so we're saying this is White Dajan.
White Dajan. Yeah. Try there. Okay, wait, White Dajan against White Dajan. None. Oh, right, you have to do that to erase the guys.
Yep.
None.
All right.
Against.
And then you're playing
Terracon.
Terracon. Sweet. I'm playing Zavad.
Zavad 075 and the unwanted roll of none.
Okay, so how much extra health should we give?
I'll get out a D20 and I'll just put the B20 somewhere in the shelf area. The dice.
No, let's just do +6. Let's just do normal mode.
Okay.
Let's do +6. So he gets 12 total extra health.
Wait, no, it would be a D12, not a D20. Then he'd have a chance of +20 hit points.
Right.
Which no one wants. However, you do want to roll a 20 in D&D, because that gives you a bonus.
Hopefully this works. So, Christy wants to know how you're doing.
Pretty good.
Pretty good? You pumped for the game tonight?
Yeah. This ice does not go well with summer. No, ice does not go well with lava.
It's true.
The ice shall melt and the volcano shall erupt. Not the Yellowstone volcano, though, okay? The world is not coming to an end whenever this volcano erupts. Let's get that straight.
Okay, so let's Oh, any feedback? Any commentary from you?
I think it looks great. I noticed. I was just wondering why the dice tray was so big.
Oh, I wanted to make it really legible. And then also I got to remember to go back over to players. Okay, so let's check it out. Thank you, Christy. We have worked super hard on this stream.
Yes, we invested in it for this here.
Oh, we got to put our monsters out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Maybe we should put out.
There we go. There's the VOD.
Like this.
Like that? You're gonna rampage? Plan on a rampage?
Yep. Actually, if I'm gonna rampage, I want to go like this, so then I hit this as well. That's how you do it if you're gonna rampage.
All right. So
Destruction.
1, 2, 3. No.
No. Uh-oh. That's
3.
Okay, that's good. I think.
4.
This guy's normally trying to eat
5.
right? Yeah. It's done.
I'm going to save this one right here because I can eke out a 6th one. It's going to impact some securing.
What do you mean eke?
Well, so I'm going to move over to movement, and so I'm going to do a transport action and then move the power pod right there.
Good choice. That's
3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And then let's see, my squicks are speed 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's not quite far enough.
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. And that's my turn.
Should I go for buildings or points?
Whatever makes sense. I couldn't get both double building secures, so I took these because this lets us recycle power dice, and this gives us extra power dice. These two are good to have, but we don't need them necessarily right away.
This is critical. It's good for me.
Right. So you want to get those 2 right there, and then those
could be important.
Well, actually, why don't you just take both double building secures? Because I wanted to get the power pod on the PowerPoint because that gets me the double power. So
yeah, that makes sense.
And Chrissy, I just want to let you know, you will never ever interrupt our focus on the game. So feel free to make commentary, tell us how good we look.
Whenever it's not my turn, I normally just look at the chat and maybe reply. Maybe just take it in, stare at it, and then come up with a plan.
All right, well, I got bad news.
Is it bad? How bad?
Super bad.
How bad?
Wave of minions. Destroy the secured building farthest from the villain and all units and assets adjacent to that building. So,
we just lost our building securing.
Unfortunately, oh wait, where's the
I know I had them in my hand at some point. Or is that something else?
The tokens? They're over there. They're on the beanbag chair over there.
Oh, that would make sense.
So, we lost the power plant.
Yeah, yes, it blew up, but no, it did not have any radiation problems. So,
Boom. There we go.
Yes, the city is A-okay, except for the fact that ice is invading it and that a wave of minions just destroyed a power plant. The poor people inside of it.
All right, well, with that, it's your turn, sir.
Okay, so I need to get buildings. Good buildings. I have plans for getting good buildings. I'm just going to push that over there and not worry
Unfortunately, I think you can only spawn 5 guys.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
This is bad.
I'm sorry.
Bad. Okay, which one can I sacrifice?
So, the advantage of taking the Mount Terra
is I get a free one next time.
Right, you get a free unit next turn, which is good. And we get the cathedral early on, which is really, really good.
And we can move our monsters.
And our monsters, right. The industrial complex, I feel like we could maybe wait a turn on that.
Yeah, we can wait a turn on that, like No, I think you should mainly fix that area up. I'm gonna save this guy for over there.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
There's already destruction, and it is our number I want to at least have some guys. I'm going to put a bellower
Yep.
there.
No, that makes
at
sense.
least.
Makes sense. Well, actually, you might want to put your bellower on the farthest one to your left because he can walk up to the power point there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. And then your Raptix,
Yep.
though, with their high mobility, can jump over the building to get to the power point that's right back here.
Yep. So he can go boom.
Yep. And then you can have one slow guy on that middle one there, so he can easily walk.
So who?
A bellower, for
Bellower,
example. Yep.
another
And then
bellower.
you can put out a more expensive unit. I mean, a faster unit.
There.
Boom,
to
right
get
there.
Back there. All right. Movement. We already counted this. You watched me do it. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
Yep. 4, easy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. Great. We have, so he is currently under the influences of disruption, and he's close enough to you that you could maybe feeding frenzy off of him if he doesn't move.
He gives no, he doesn't give disruption.
No. He's under the influences of disruption from my squicks.
This guy?
No. White Dajan.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
That Raptix is gonna go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Mm-hmm.
6.
Okay.
1, 2, so that he can be going out further.
Okay.
1, and I have 1 left over.
I assume you're going to push it.
Uh,
Oh, unless you
wanna-
wanted to take, unless you wanted to do the seismic step.
well, I could also do another turn and get to do a free guy, and then
No, we want our monsters going because they're doing damage
Okay.
to.
Well, I'm gonna rampage this way, and I want to
Okay.
get both of those.
Okay.
So it is a push.
Push? Okay.
Push.
Let's see what card comes up. Energizer. The villain makes a brawl attack that automatically hits an adjacent building. So,
My whole strategy half of my strategies just blew up.
so that
A third of it.
exploded. Should probably
Nah,
just put a
half.
stack of these.
Half of the reason for my strategy blew up.
Well, you gotta stay flexible, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to put that?
Blew up and
All right.
now it's flaming. How
Now
does
we have to
ice
draw.
create fire?
We draw another card.
How does ice create fire?
I don't know.
Is it a plus any power dice?
So, because a building was destroyed, we're going to add 2 power dice to the next attack the villain makes this activation.
And it has to be an attack, right?
Right. Lucky Strike. This is an attack. Advance the villain toward the target monster, which is closest. So, how close is he to you?
He is
1,
closer
2, 3,
to me
4,
because
5,
we
6,
are.
7.
Well,
4,
I don't know,
5,
we're
6,
not
7, 8. Yep, he is closer to you. So he's picking you.
Yeah.
So he's going to move 4 spaces.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, 4 spaces. Very good. Now, if he's adjacent to the target after this move, he's not. So he makes a blast attack. Does he have a blast attack? He does not have a blast attack. So if he cannot target the target for any reason, set this card aside and draw a card. The next time the villain misses an attack, discard this card and re-roll that attack. So we're drawing a card. Bully, speed 8. So the villain makes a brawl attack.
Is this an attack card?
It is not an attack card.
Wouldn't
It's a movement card.
we skip it?
No, we don't have to draw an attack.
Uh-huh.
It's just if there's an attack. Yeah.
I just remembered that attack card.
There's one that where he has to do an attack, but that's not this. So he's going to make a brawl attack that automatically hits each adjacent unit, and then we're going to move the villain toward the closest unit and repeat this process until the villain has moved 8 spaces or there are no more units in play.
That's just mean.
Okay, so the closest unit to him is that Raptix up
1.
there. Okay, so that's 1. Then 2, 3.
4, 5.
Okay.
Mm.
So he's closer, but his movement is going to have to go. So that was 5, 6, 7, 8, and then he stops.
I just ran away from my target to destroy units.
Boom.
I don't know what I'm doing.
All right. Well, it
officially.
is time for our first monster turn because I'm taking a monster turn right now.
I have to take a monster turn as well.
So I'm going to power it for 1, 2,
1, 2,
3,
3,
4, 5, 6.
6, as opposed to 7, 8.
9, 10, 11.
You know, that monster ruined our power production.
Well, that's why you overload on your power production, right? So that you're totally ready no matter what happens.
Unless he does some random card move.
Okay, so I have a speed of 5. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to say, what up, bro? And I'm going to pick him up.
Nothing.
And I'm going to throw him.
Hey!
Now, what rules does White Dajan have on him that we should know about?
Steady.
So what does Steady say?
Body slam, no power.
So we don't get boost dice for body slamming him?
Yep.
That's almost too bad that I picked
and
Zavad
Demolisher.
075. Zavad 075 loves body slamming guys when he's in hyper. Alright, so I am going to... Demolisher, Mechanical, Wrecking Crew. Okay, so I'm going to throw him. That's fine. So let's see. His power, his defense is 8.
8 defense.
I get 4 boost dice. So I've got 6, 7, 8, 9. I feel pretty okay about this.
I'm pretty sure that you're okay with this.
You think I'm okay with it?
Yeah.
I'm going to toss one more white in there. Let's get the dice cam up.
It's not a super high. Alright.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Or both of okay. If the whites had pips on them, I would be like, okay, so the white dice you can't really see the pips.
Alright, so where do I throw him? I'll tell you where I throw him. I'm going to throw him into the double building.
Which double building?
There's only one double building I can throw him into.
Oh, that one's too far away.
Well, and I don't want to destroy this, but I don't really mind destroying these 2 buildings.
Ooh, pow, crash, pang. Pang's a
So,
word, right?
what?
Is pang a word?
Pang? I mean,
Like
it's...
a sound effect word?
Sure. All words are sound effect words if you work hard enough at making the sound.
I didn't
Alright, so that is
hard on pang.
5 damage.
He's already at 18. Not bad, not bad. He's still at a 7 hit point advantage.
Kablooey. And, and so then I would normally get 4 power dice back, but because I have Demolisher, when I make an attack, I get +1 power die for every building destroyed as a result of the attack, so I am actually back at 6 power dice. And so with that, we're going to turn the turn over to White Dajan, who is going to do a Bull Rush, and he's going to make a Rampage power attack that automatically hits buildings in the direction of the target monster.
Speed.
Highest health, we're tied. We both have 11, so that means he's choosing me.
Give me the tape of authority. I am now the skilled inventor.
So, and then he's going to draw a card, so he's going to move 6 spaces. I'm going to say he moves this way because that's the most towards me. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No! And his ultimate destruction. He killed a unit as well. He killed a unit as well.
And so we'll draw a card. Wave of minions. Destroy the secured building furthest from the villain and all units and assets adjacent to that building.
Still saying dice tray warning.
Oh my goodness. Gearbox, you're right. You know what? I'm going to get good at remembering to click stuff. Really what I need is an AI system that looks at that dice camera tray and says, oh, there's no more dice in there. Switch it back. So, thanks for keeping us honest, Gearbox.
Especially if you fade it, where like the moment...
As soon as you pick up the last one?
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
And it goes like... replaced by a player's
And by AI, I really just mean computer vision. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. So we're going to destroy the secured building furthest from the villain and all units and assets adjacent to that building. So the cathedral is destroyed. And everything adjacent to it.
Oh, he just destroyed like most of our...
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Hey, Golden Moon 9 said cool table.
Thank you.
We made it today.
We did. Handcrafted from scrap lumber in the garage.
And now White Dajan's trying to freeze it and destroy it and do bad stuff to it.
So sad. I'm so sad. All right, so it is now your turn, and you get to power up for a whopping dos.
At least it's not 1.
At least it's not 0.
Well, yeah, at least it's not 0, but 1 sounds a lot cooler than 0.
Oh, check it out. It's Christy's mom saying we made a cool table. That's pretty sweet.
Oh.
Well, thank you very much. I won't say your real name because I don't want to expose your real name.
Same.
So I'll just say Christy's mom since Christy added you. All right, so what's up? What are you doing?
Well, I gotta do a monster turn. I have
do.
a speed of 6. I'm a pedestrian. Are you a pedestrian?
Oh, I'm pedestrian. Yep.
It is a pedestrian on pedestrian on pedestrian.
All right, so what are you doing? You got a speed of 6. You only have 2 power dice, so I think you really want to think hard about what you're doing on your turn. I mean, you could step once off to the side maybe and rampage straight up, taking out the apartment building and at least picking up a couple of power dice.
I can only get 2, right?
Yeah, you can only get 2.
I could get 3. 4 going this way.
Yeah, but I don't think you want to blow those buildings up. Like, those are the ones we picked.
I don't want to blow them up.
So realistically, what you could do is you could rampage and then push all your dice to take a unit turn next time.
We need unit.
We do.
Wait a minute.
To be
this
fair,
guy
those
just full on demolish this area?
No. It should have had
Hazard.
It should have had a hazard. Can you not reach the hazards? See, the dice tray's on the opposite side of the table now, so it is significantly easier to reach. I mean, you haven't rolled almost any dice yet, but you'll see. Well, anyway, so what are you going to do? So you got 1. Are you going to step? Just so you don't take the extra hazard damage.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
I have them occasionally.
Occasionally, you have them all the time. You eat forks for breakfast.
No, that's why I can always have a good point. Good points aren't good ideas.
But that was a good point.
All right, what are you doing on your turn?
Good points are good ideas for the time
What are you doing?
being.
What are you doing on your turn?
I'm going to rampage.
You're gonna rampage.
May as well throw. Am I doing anything else this turn?
So you just had to put one red die in. So you could try all those white dice, your blue dice, and 1 red, just to conserve your.
I'm gonna.
You could also just try brawling it.
Well, rampaging means I get closer to him, and I'm pedestrian. You know.
Yeah.
And he's also he has speed modifiers and that nonsense and stuff.
Okay, well, hold on a second. Actually, if you just want to punch it, though, you could just walk up, right? Instead of spending 1 to step, you could just advance up to that other apartment building in the midfield and try to punch it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Did you already make a diagonal, though?
I'm sorry.
1, 2, 3,
Well,
4, 5.
actually,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There you go.
I'm further.
Yep, you're further down,
And
don't spend any red dice. Just throw all of your white dice.
I ban red dice from this attack.
So you get 4 blue dice.
I got my 4. I got my 5. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hit it.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
it's just a death 5. It's easy.
Easy
Peasy.
peasy. Lemon.
Oh yeah,
Easy.
that's 8.
4. Let me just. That's.
Oh man.
At least pull it up for this moment.
There we go, so everybody can see.
Yeah, they can actually see the white pips.
Yep. It's not super clear. It's a little washed out. We'll work on that.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
The white pips are actually the easiest to see, but your mind makes you think that they're the hardest to see, so you think that the blank ones are actually hits.
Okay, so
I get 2 power dice, and this building has been upgraded?
upgraded. I like that.
Upgrade. It's been upgraded. Yeah. Do not try this at home.
Well, they can't see you stacking those buildings on top. Or are you saying blowing up apartment buildings in general?
This
Oh,
in
yeah.
general. Do not try destroying apartment buildings with people living in them at home. Okay, do not make a missile at all.
All right, so rapid relocation. Advance the villain toward the target monster, which is lowest health. We're tied, so pass the first player marker back to me.
You are now the.
So he's going to move 10 spaces toward you.
Oh, this is
1,
good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
He takes damage.
No, he can avoid it. He could have moved differently to avoid it.
Okay, well then he would go on.
It's fine. That's fine. He has plenty to get up there. He is aligned. And that's exactly where he wants to be. Now we have to draw a card. Gorge. If the villain is adjacent to a building, he is not.
No.
If the villain is not adjacent to a building, it advances 4 spaces toward the closest building and makes a brawl attack that automatically hits it.
1, 2.
Okay?
I mean, like, we already lost its purpose.
Yep, so go ahead and destroy it.
Do not destroy made-up buildings unless you really want to.
And now he restores 2 health.
Really, Evil Dajan? Really?
20 health. That's crazy. All right, well. I need one of the tiles.
I'm trying creative new ways, but this way is worse.
Okay, so I'm going to take a monster turn because I can. We don't have the cathedral anymore, so I don't get to cycle a dice back, so it's not going to be as good as I'd hoped, but...
Don't worry, we're working on that.
I do power up for 2 more, so I have 8 power dice, so I feel okay
He feels
about that.
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. And so I'm right here, and I'm going to throw White Dajan.
Dun, dun, dun. You get your boost dice, because this is a throw, not a body slam.
Save a couple of dice for stepping.
Good
afterward.
choice. We want to stay equally distant apart, but actually...
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. We're on a mission.
Dice cam.
And,
Oh yeah, 1,
that's
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
definitely
8, 9.
it. 8, 9? You got
Yeah.
9?
Yeah.
Exactly.
9. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to throw them here into this sweet, sweet Tokyo Triumph. And the hazard. And so that's 1 for the hit, 1 for the hazard, 2 for the spiky building, so a total of 4. He's down to 16.
That's good, right?
Well, I mean, it's not 0, but it's a whole lot better than 20.
12 hit points in each form. How much hit points did he start out with?
How many hit points?
How many? 23? Right? Yeah, 23. So that would mean that he...
Okay, here we go. And I get 2 power dice back for that. I already collected those for the building. So I'm going to pass the turn over to the villain. Reinvigoration. If the villain has suffered damage, roll 6 action dice. Restore 1 health to the villain for each hit rolled. Oh my goodness.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
My goodness.
Dad, why did you... I'm rolling the next time he can heal.
5 health back.
Dad.
Not only did my attack not happen, but he's stronger than he was before.
Dad, I am... Unless I heal the villain so well, as if you are helping the villain.
Well, it's your turn.
I don't know.
You're taking a unit turn, right?
Yep. So, I have 6 dice. Okay, we only got 1 guy to go there. Can we secure the thingamabob? No. We can't secure the volcano. I'm forgetting names.
Well, hold on a second. Does it make sense to put the repair truck out there,
We
or would
get
it make
to be
more
s-
sense for me to put it here and turn this into the the dinosaur building? Oh no, actually, it does make more sense to put it there because I can use the repair truck on your turn, so you can use it this turn to flip it, and then I can use it on my turn to repair it.
If, well, I cannot move a unit, so, well, even then, 1, 2, I need an extra move it to then, with the Bastion Landel, if it gave +3 to, wait a minute, 1, 2, wait a minute, repair, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more, and I would be able to get
No,
rid
but
of
you
him
don't want
so
to.
that
You don't want to do
can.
that. You don't want to do that. Here's what you want to do. Okay, let me tell you what you want to do. You're going to want to move it right here and have 3 other units right here securing it. Okay, that way I can use the repair truck on my turn to finish repairing it, and then I can move it up and secure the power point with it. That is a cool octopus.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot of times now. I just don't know how they do it.
Emoticons. All right, so take your turn. So you spent 1 with that repair truck. What else are you doing?
There's my 1. Then I'm going to spend 2. 1. 1, 2.
Wait. Why are you spending? Why are you bump spawning?
Because I don't have any other spawn points near this area.
Oh, okay.
My
Okay.
other
All right.
one's right here.
That makes
and
sense.
that's 1, 2,
Makes sense.
3. Can't get him right there. Yeah, like right there. Yep. And
Hype train. What are you gonna put right there? You're gonna put a bellower. Okay. So.
And then 1 for the action. Movement.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6. Yep, he has high mobility, so he ignores the hazards while he's advancing.
He just jumps over the hazards.
Hey, while you're doing that, why don't you move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to here?
Yeah, it's a better idea actually.
Well, it clears up these closer ones for me to be able to take them on my turn. Okay.
They extinguish the fire.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so. All right, Hurt Locker. Advance the villain toward the target monster the furthest away.
Me.
Speed 6, so he has to get to you. No, hold on a second. So the question is, he wants to be aligned. He can't walk through me. He can't get to you if he walks around this way. He can't get to you if he walks around the long way there. So I think he's going to take the shortest distance and injure himself by walking to get aligned with you right there. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If the villain is aligned with the target monster after this move, it makes a power attack, throwing or body slamming into maximum collision.
Well, we get to choose because.
There's 2 that are equal from his perspective. So.
Did he destroy the smoke building?
Wait a minute. He's doing a throw with 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's actually going to throw you into this.
No.
Because that's maximum carnage. All right, so get 3 white dice, 6 red dice, and 3 blue dice.
Of all eternity. 6 blue dice?
3 blue dice. Yeah, because he would have 4 for his power attack, but he's within 3 of the bellower. So disruption takes away.
Awesome, like 6 blue dice. Okay, he hits me.
Oh, never mind. Disruption's 2 spaces, so 4 blue dice. 1 more blue dice.
No, I don't remove 1. I'd love to remove 1. Dash cam. We need a dice.
Let's see
cam.
the
Dash
damage.
cam.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does that hit you, sir? Yes, it does.
It does.
All right, so he throws you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces right here, taking out those 2 units. This is a little rougher than this game normally goes. These cards don't give us a chance to get ahead at all. I want to know who shuffled.
You did, sir.
Well, I mean, we can't blame the person who shuffled. Shuffling is.
We're basically blaming the person who shuffled.
You gonna clean up those dice?
And I just answered your question. Sash told you that you were blaming yourself.
Listen, we can't blame shuffling. That's just, God's way of speaking to us through the cards.
Dad, you basically blamed it on the person who shuffled.
All right, so you just took a turn with your units, right? So it's my turn now.
Yes, so it's like, yes, we're finally getting something done. Yes, 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 no, no, no.
Okay, well, let's take a look-see at what we're doing here. We're bringing this bad boy out. And going to bring out some fast stuff. May as well bring out some not as fast stuff, but still good stuff. Okay. So what? Let's swap that spawn setup. Like this. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and transport a pod. That'll step up there. This is going to fly down here. This will fly here. This will fly over to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three. Well, I guess I don't have any dice for the action, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Let's see what he does. You ready? Beat back.
Oh.
Advance the villain toward the target monster.
Which is?
Most power dice.
And
We're tied.
Tied? You give me that.
Oh, you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to have you take your damage. Because you got thrown into a building.
And I was thrown into another building, right? I feel like I was thrown into another building. I just have that feeling.
No, you weren't. You were only thrown into the one.
Right, I brawled a building.
Okay.
I was not thrown into
So
a building.
he's just going to advance like so. All right. He's adjacent, so he's going to make a brawl attack, and the attack gains beat back.
Oh, no, that's right. Never mind.
What?
I thought I had 12 hit points.
Okay, so 5 white dice, 5 red dice, and 3 blue dice, and beat back. So here we go. Dice cam. So that's an easy hit for him. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I take a point of damage for the brawl attack, and then beat back is 2 spaces. So 2 spaces of Zavad would go 1, 2, and so I pick up an extra point for the hazard. So 2 points of damage.
Oh boy, that must have burnt. I think something had to your treadmills. Maybe they popped a little bit.
What?
I think you got a nail in your treadmills.
Oh, you think I got a little nail stuck in those treadmills down there?
Yeah.
There's
now
treads.
It's on fire.
Okay,
Why did the nail burn?
well, we've got some tough questions that I think we need to answer. For example, it's your turn. So what are you going to do?
I don't know. I have a monster turn, so I power up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So, okay, wait. So you got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. Wow.
So you power up for full.
I'm at Titanic 10. This is, however, not at all like Titanica, Sergeant Titanica. Not with this. You know, was that Bellower meant to be there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why would I place him there?
You didn't. I did.
Oh.
I put him there so that we would have disruption on him, so that he would roll fewer blue dice.
Okay.
Yeah. I assumed that thing would be dead by now.
What thing would be dead?
That the bellower would be dead.
Oh, yeah.
So the real question is, where can you move him?
And attack you successfully with good intent.
So you could throw him potentially into that apartment building over there.
Well, I need to. First, we need to see if I can even get into throwing distance.
You can.
I'm just going to see if I need step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So count it out as if you had unlimited.
5, 6, 7, 8.
So you only need to spend 2.
But I had to step on the over.
No. You spent your 2 to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
Right. You can just count it out, and then when you say, "Oh, it's 8," because there's only one diagonal step that you benefit from taking, you can just spend your 2 steps at the beginning and know that you get your 8. Ooh, take care, Grandma Lulu. Tell Grandpa Al that we love him. Wish him a happy birthday. So she maybe just forgot to type a couple of characters. All right, so what's up next? What are you doing? Doing a throw?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, 6.
7. One of those. Which one should I do? 6 or 7?
6. What? Why would it be 7?
I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's 6.
6. Yeah.
So should I put in 6? Add
Definitely.
Extra,
Yep.
6.
Well, I mean, you could do whatever, but 6 is going to help you hit better.
Unit turn next.
Okay.
I mean, like, our
Right. I know. Well, our power production is really good right now, but it could disappear in a heartbeat. And we don't have the cathedral, so we can't chain infinite turns.
I mainly want to, like, fix this area.
Yep.
I thought you said that you're going to do the repair and then move the guy.
I didn't have enough action dice with everything else we had to do. We lost so much stuff, it wasn't worth doing that. It made more sense to secure power points and get us up to a power production of 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can't move and take an action in the middle of your movement. You have to finish your movement before you take an action.
I will.
That's okay. We can take care of that next turn on your unit turn. Yeah. For right now, try to roll, I guess, in the dice tray.
I'm trying, Dad. I'm trying.
Were you trying, though?
I am trying.
It looked like, you were throwing him out. You hated that. Look, you knocked that Squix off of his PowerPoint that he's on.
Whoa.
Anyway, I think you hit. That looks pretty good. You got what? 3, 6, 9, 12? It's awesome.
I got so much, it's blinding me.
Okay, go ahead and clean those up. And where are you throwing them? You gonna throw them right here?
Yes. Square on target. Yep, that's how much precision. I rolled a 20 on my precision. Strength, dexterity, precision.
So sadly, it's only 3 damage, but that's okay. We're slowly making progress, maybe.
Something bad is gonna happen. I just feel it. Every turn something bad happens. Really, really bad.
You ready for what's bad thing is going to happen this turn?
What extremely bad thing is going to happen?
Wicked backspin. Advance the villain toward the closest unit. Oh, this is perfect.
How is it perfect?
If the villain is adjacent to the unit after this move, it performs a swap power attack. Second target of this attack is the target monster. Most power dice. Wait, how do you have all those power dice? You spent 6. You only got 2 back.
I put them in my power pool.
Okay, so you've got the most power dice, so you're the target. And so you are in range. So he's going to do a SWAT power attack. So it's first he has to hit the bellower. So you need 4 white dice, 5 red dice.
I have to remove one from my pool to do
And then
this.
3 blue dice, because disruption is affecting him.
Is that closer to you or me?
It's a lot closer to me. All right, go ahead and roll. Yeah, so that hits the bellower. So now add in a new blue dice and roll to hit you. Did you add in one more blue?
Yeah, I threw one in.
All right.
As
All right, take care, Christy. Seriously, are you trying to throw these on the ground?
No!
I mean, to be fair, you're doing a bad job if you're trying to throw them on the ground. Okay, roll. Did you pick up this one here?
No.
Okay. There you go. Here's your other 2 dice, and then roll those. Sweet. All right, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he hits, so you take a point of damage.
If only I could just eat that bellower and regain that hit point that was lost.
If only.
However, that would be kind of weird.
All right, but now see, it's my turn, so check this out.
You're going to do something
1,
amazing.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I power up for full. Gonna put it back on the player cam.
Players.
Boom. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. See now, Benjamin, check this out. I can get aligned without taking any damage for walking on that hazard because he walked up to the bellower and swatted it, and now I can throw him into a double. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we got 4. He's still defense 8. Throw an extra one in here. Dice cam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 8, exactly. Whew.
Yay! Yay!
Whew. Would have had to use that reroll on the building if I hadn't.
On D&D, if you had got a tie, you would take half rounded down damage.
Oh, yeah?
Because you, kind of met halfway. So, it's, hit the armor, it attacks, but it kind of, ricochets back.
Now, I am sad that we are losing all of these cool buildings that we could have been securing, but
It's doing damage, finally doing damage to him. And then he's going to go on and heal himself up, and we're going to have the best times of our lives.
so that's 5 damage.
Hey, that's actually good. That means that he has taken 11. He's in hyper.
No, he's not.
No, 6.
17 minus 5 is
12. He needs to be at 11 hit points.
11 is
Right.
his hyper transition point. Yeah. Now, I hit 2 buildings, which would normally give me 4 back, but I get +1 each, so I am actually still at full power dice
What?
going into my next turn.
What?
And so with that, let's find out what carnage White Dajan is planning on inflicting on us. Are you ready?
I haven't seen any carnage yet.
Bull Rush. He makes a rampage power attack that automatically hits buildings in the direction of the target monster. Draw a card.
It's
6 spaces.
No matter what, in this direction.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Who's the
5,
target?
6. Lowest health, so that's you. So he ends in a hazard he didn't start in. He's in hyper.
He's in hyper. Burr, burr, burr.
You can draw a card.
Hey, it's actually showing hyper. You did the transition thing.
Right, yeah.
You act.
Yeah, I updated the thing, so now for Monpoc or for Megaton Mashup, it does it right. So
Wait, did you actually program that?
yeah, I adjusted it so you can change the hyper transition point.
Without
Yeah.
anything being messed up.
Yeah, it's pretty slick. All right, so he makes a brawl attack that automatically hits an adjacent building. Draw a card. If a building is destroyed by this card, well, it wasn't, so because he's not adjacent to any buildings.
Ha ha.
All out attack. If the villain, so closest, so that's me.
Oh no.
So if he's adjacent to both enemy monsters, he's not. If he's not adjacent to both enemy monsters, it makes 2 blast attacks He has no
can't.
blast attacks. So, if the villain cannot attack both monsters, it makes a rampage power attack that automatically hits buildings 4 spaces in the direction of the target monster. After this rampage is complete, draw a card. So, he rampages, hits me, all done. Bully makes a brawl attack that automatically hits each adjacent unit. And then we're going to move him towards the closest, which is...
That Belor.
Well, let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's actually...
Well, he'd go for that, so
He'd
he
go
takes
here,
less
yeah.
damage.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to try to come over here.
Towards that.
5, 6, 7, 8. Sweet.
Hey, only one die.
So,
Power
that's
die.
it. Now, is it your unit turn?
Yes.
I want to point something out to you. And this is very important because it's a great opportunity for us to get a damage on him. Okay? Ignite costs 2 white dice. Now, I think. I'm pretty sure in the errata...
Speed on the Scorcher.
Scorcher has a speed of 5. So he can fly over to this power point, and then he can ignite this if you use 2 of your action dice for it, and he takes a point of damage. That feels very responsible.
Reserved.
What are you reserving those for?
Actions to take.
What actions?
Spawning.
Oh, those aren't actions.
I'm going to put the power plant here.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Or you can put your Mount Terra there. You can repair it into anything. Then Mount Terra makes your other spawning cheaper.
Well, we need power production.
If you put a Raptix over there, you can get this power point right here.
In order, I can't spawn a Raptix over there. Well, actually,
No, you can spawn...
I can. Because of this guy, he has to
Right,
come over
he has to come over there so he can be part of securing it.
Mm-hmm.
You've only spawned 2 things. You spent 3 dice. So what I'm saying is you can spawn your Raptix. Do like a bell over there. Nice.
Okay, movement / actions. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that you can go back up there eventually. 1. Power regaining or power production or Mount Terra.
I do Mount Terra.
Okay.
I think us getting to shift our monsters around if we need to, I think is really good. Okay, and then your Raptix can run up. This guy can fly
1,
over.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You can also move that bellower over to here.
1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we could get that.
It's true if you want to sacrifice him. If you think we got enough power production, do that, and then we can kill him, and then
1, 2, 3, 4.
And then 2 action dice.
Scorch takes the damage.
Boom! So this flips over because you ignite it, and so he collides with it. All right, this is starting to feel doable.
Now that he's in hyper.
1 point below the hyper transition. Yeah. So, boom. Is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
That's a great turn.
Yeah, it is.
All right, we're going to sacrifice him to draw 2 and pick 1.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and take him off the board. So, we have Blaster. Advance the villain toward the target monster and make 2 blast attacks.
If he fails, does he draw a card?
He does. Or Bull Rush, make a rampage power attack that automatically hits buildings in the direction of the target monster. So I'm the target monster, I think, in both cases. Yep. So I think we have him do a rampage because then he ends up in the fire and he takes a point of damage.
Yeah. Make him run.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to draw a card, but he takes that.
It is maximum collision. Technically, right?
All right, charge. Advance the villain toward the target monster. After this card is resolved, draw cards until you draw an attack card. Resolve that attack card.
There's
so it's still me.
card.
So he's right here.
Takes another damage. New hazard.
Oh, you're right. He does. He does. Okay. So, Blaster. Advance the villain toward the target monster, make 2 blast attacks. He can't, but that was the attack card that we had to draw. So now we just get to do whatever comes out next. Charge. Advance the villain toward the target monster.
Are you kidding me?
Draw cards until you draw an attack card. Resolve that attack card. That's Change Up, Super Stomp, Rapid Relocation, All Out Attack. If he's adjacent to both enemy monsters, make 2 brawl attacks, 1 targeting each monster.
Wait a minute, it's just brawl attack? Okay.
But he's got beat back on his brawl attacks.
Oh, no.
Okay, so he'll attack me first. So 3, 6, and then what is that? 6 on his brawl attacks.
Yeah.
Oof. All right. So he'll attack me first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, easy peasy. 2 spaces. 2 spaces. Actually, he probably wants to have me collide with that building.
Yeah, that's
So go ahead and replace that with rubble. And then he'll roll against.
I am now Wally. Here
we go.
Hit.
Oh yeah, easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The dice landed.
So you probably get beat back into that apartment building, right?
Or here. Which one?
I think the apartment building.
It's more people, you know? And there's glass, so there's glass shards, and there's grass. Oh,
So I am going to take 1 for the hit, and then, oops. Sorry.
You're at -2 hit points.
So 1,
2.
2.
I'm at -3.
1, 2, 3. So you are in hyper, sir. Are you ready for some hyper action?
I lost Stampede.
That's all right.
And I
Okay,
just
so
remembered that I had Feeding Frenzy, and that's why.
so
I'm
you just
supposed
went
to
with your
run
unit
back up.
turn. Okay, so I'm actually realizing the Bastion Lander probably would have been smart.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm gonna take a monster turn because we got to be doing stuff. Sadly, there's no good double moves here, so I'm just going to advance to right here and body slam him.
Body slam? No! What? Are you gonna body slam him into a building?
He's still def 8.
That.
Yeah.
That's a choice.
I think I'm just going to roll 1 to try to keep the monster turn pressure on him. So, dice cam.
Need that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, I got him. So go ahead and get rid of that industrial complex. Excellent. And so he takes 3 points of damage. So he's at 5.
5 hit points. He's down to normal health. Normal hyper hit points.
Exactly. Okay.
Normal HP.
Let's see what he does. Bull Rush makes a rampage power attack, automatically hitting buildings in the direction of the target monster. Least power dice. I'm sorry, Benjamin, that's you. So he's going to move 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Would he end up closer to me going this way or just staying where he is and rampaging this way?
I don't know. I mean, he doesn't move if he goes that way.
True.
That feels like not maximum.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage taken. He's killing himself. Ooh, yeah.
Okay, then we gotta draw a card.
Killing
Change up, shuffle the discard pile into the deck, and advance the villain toward the target
Took
monster.
you long enough.
6 spaces.
Wait, Dad. You can make it so that you don't actually, so that you can't, so that you go through the entire deck with charge.
Yeah, theoretically, you could have the deck actually run out, and then I think you just shuffle the whole thing.
Oh man, I wanted something amazing to happen.
So he advances 6 spaces towards you. So he's going to be standing right in front of you. Yep.
I ate ice cream for breakfast. And then I licked an icicle.
Rapid relocation. Advance the villain toward the target monster. 10 spaces. Draw a card. Bully. He makes a brawl attack that automatically hits each adjacent unit. Move the villain toward the closest unit. Repeat this process until he's moved 8 spaces or there are no units to play.
1, 2.
That's a point of damage.
1, 2,
Well, no. He would move his diagonal.
1. Wait, well,
Oh, yeah,
Go
you're right.
there.
You're right. Yeah, you just go there and it takes out the next. Wait, so how many spaces is that? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he stops.
2 hit points.
Well, it's your turn. Here's the question:
1, 2, 3, 4.
can you finish him off?
I can't.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, you've got to re-roll, so this should be pretty easy.
1, 2, 3. Speed 8.
Yep,
4, 5, 6,
and then to 7.
7,
Yeah, you just step right into the hazard.
8.
Yeah.
Here? Okay. I take 2 points damage, I think.
1.
1.
You only stepped on one
What
hazard.
about that hazard?
You didn't step on that hazard.
Oh, okay.
All right, dump it all in there. What are you doing? Throw? Probably a throw, right?
Throw.
All right, guys, this is it. This is all the bananas right here.
All the bananas. I kind of want him to throw. I'm gonna throw him to the Imperial State.
All right, do it. Throw the giant monkey into the Imperial State Building.
Mankind.
Ensure you leave a reroll.
That's enough.
Mm-hmm.
Taking the maximum. Mankind and civilization will kill this monkey.
Do it.
'Cause I'm throwing him into a big.
Do it. This is as close as you're ever going to get to Godzilla versus King Kong right here, everybody. I hope you're watching.
And with that, Terracon, king of the dinosaurs, friend of mankind, through the uncivilized ape into civilization itself. Though it destroyed a massive landmark, the human race can rebuild. Watch our trailer for more on repairing buildings. Well, on a nice scene of
Well, hey,
repairing buildings.
go us. We did it. We beat White Dajan in normal mode.
We did normal mode.
It was just +6 health.
Yeah.
That's normal mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was so hard.
So here's what I need to know, Gearbox. If you're still here, how's the
yeah.
rust situation? Have you has it been taken care of?
Do you want to put White Dajan down to -1?
Oh, you're right. He should be at 0, just to make it really obvious.
Can you make it -1? Is that a thing?
No, it goes 0 is the minimum. All right, it is late.
Late.
We still need to do some cleanup.
808?
Probably vacuum again.
Vacuum again? Why would we need
There's more sawdust I found on the table while we were getting everything set up.
Oh. Did you touch it? Sweep it off?
I did.
I didn't.
Onto the ground.
I don't recall
Don't worry.
you
Fine.
sweeping
I'll just vacuum.
stuff
It's
out.
all right. I think this new streaming setup is pretty sweet.
I like it, even though I didn't really like it at first because it was just new, pretty much.
You don't like new things?
it's hard to adjust to new things at first.
Yeah.
Because it's this kind of like moving to the new house. It took a few days, and then I was like, I love this place. I don't want to go back to the old place. The old place is weird now.
Or like me switching from wearing glasses to contacts.
Yeah, it takes a few days or like a few hours because I'm looking at you a lot more. And boom, now it's like if you're wearing glasses, wait a minute, why are you wearing glasses?
Well, why don't you say we go ahead, wrap this stream up the way we always do.
Mm-hmm. All right, don't forget to reach out and
Play Monsterpocalypse.
yes, do that, and also try to make a scene like we just made, where we destroyed basically the entire city.
I know, it's crazy how few buildings
to
are
kill
left
an
here.
ice monster.
Yeah.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buildings. 8 if you count Dad. Dad's monster.
Yep.
All right, don't forget to reach out and
Paint your minis. Play it painted.
that's actually considered good luck, even though I don't even know if it's good luck. But you know, at least spray paint them. At the bare minimum, make them colorful.
Yeah, don't play with the gray model like I did with
Gray
Zavad.
model it's I don't know, there's just something about it. Whenever you paint it and you paint it good,
Yep.
it brings out this other element of the monster.
Oh yeah, yeah,
guys.
it's really awesome.
All right, don't forget to reach out and
Crush someone. Good game, sir.
good game.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. Don't let go. All right. See you later, everybody.